Welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to make stuffed cabbage rolls. First thing I wanted to show you before the ingredients, we're going to show you how to cut the cabbage, and then how you boil it first, just for a quick 2 minutes to soften it up so it would be easier to roll. So first thing, we're going to show you how you cut it. So we cut around the middle to try to separate the leaves from each other. This is the heart of the cabbage, and now we're going to separate the leaves one by one. We're to our boiling water, we're adding salt and cumin. And then this cabbage is a bit harder than the regular ones that we always get, so it's not easy to peel off the leaves. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to put it in the boiling water to soften it up a little bit, and then we're going to start separating it. You can use a smaller cabbage if you want. It might be a little easier for you. And this is how you separate the leaves. You just pull them aside. And then you take the middle part out to give a chance to the to the little leaves that we took aside to become a little softer. And then we're just going to push it down to make sure it's all covered in boiled water with the cumin and salt. See, it's getting a little softer, and it's easier to move around. And now we're going to take it out and put it, and we let it drain the water a little bit so we can add more leaves to the pot. You don't let it completely cook, you just get it a little softer, that's all. And then we'll go back to repeat and add some more leaves into the boiling water. Here we are again. We put it on the side that we cut first, and then to soften it a little bit, and then we flip, and then you start working on the separating part. Pull the inside of it out, take it out to give the leaves a chance to soften. It's already becoming softer. Once we're done boiling all the cabbage leaves, I'll come back and show you how it looks and show you all the ingredients we're going to use for this recipe. Okay, we're back now with our ingredients. We showed you how to soften the cabbage leaves. And for the stuffing, we're going to add some rice, onions, oil, about 2 large onions, and this is parsley and coriander chopped, so, salt, cumin, and about 2 large tablespoons of tomato paste. When you're cooking it, if you feel like you need to add more of the tomato paste, you can. We'll show you how it should look like, and then it depends on the type of tomato paste you're using, and then you can maybe add a little more if you want, or use a little less if you would like that. And now we're going to show you how to make the stuffing. And now we have on the stove a big pan with some oil in it, and then once it gets a little hot, we're going to add the onions, chopped onions. And now that the onion is a little softer and a little bit yellowish, that's the color we're looking for, we're going to add the tomato paste. And then you can add some water to that to soften the paste a little bit. Some people like to add the water first to stop the onions from cooking, but it's up to you. And then they add the tomato paste. So we're adding some more warm water. You have to be warm to shorten your cooking time. And that's how it's going to look like. And then you leave it to cook until the tomato paste dissolves the sourness, and then we'll start adding the rice and the other ingredients. Now we're adding some salt and cumin to the tomato paste that will be added to the softened onions. When you're cooking the cabbages, we always like to add cumin because it causes some stomach discomfort, and the cumin always helps with that. So we add it to the boiling water when we're softening the cabbage, and we also add it to the stuffing. And now we're going to add about 2 big cups of rice. And we stir and lower the heat to medium heat until it's half cooked. We don't let it cook all the way. We just half cook it, because once we stuff it, we're going to also cook it some more with the cabbage. And now we're going to show you how to cut the cabbage leaves. So we cut in the middle for the hardest part of it. We take it out. And then we cut every piece into 3 pieces. Every side. It doesn't matter. It depends on how big your leaves are. And one more. We cut the rough part in the middle because it makes it harder to bend the leaves. And you kind of eyeball it to see how big you want the leaves are, and then you cut with your own comfort. One more. You see how soft they are? once you boil them, just for like 2 minutes, not too long, just 2 minutes to get them a little soft and easier to handle. Okay, now we're gonna finish the stuffing, and we'll come back and show you how it's how we're gonna roll the leaves. And this is how the rice looks like when we cook it halfway. It's not completely cooked. It's not really hard, and you have to stir it a lot because it's because of the sauce. It can get stuck to the bottom of the pan. So you always have to stir it while you have it on medium heat. And now we're gonna turn it off and wait until it cools down, and then we add our greens, the coriander and the parsley. Now that the rice cooled down just a little bit, we're gonna add the greens. It's some parsley and coriander. And we're gonna mix it together. Once we start stuffing, we'll show you how to stuff. Now we're gonna show you how you stuff the leaves. You can use your hands the same way we're doing here, or you can do it on a plate if it's easier for you, whichever you prefer. And she's gonna show you how to do it on the plate. The rolling and stuffing part is just like the grape leaves. Our last video, you can go back and watch. It's the same way, but the stuffing is a little different. The grape leaves, we add beef to it, ground beef, but this one we're not. This is a vegan recipe for anyone who doesn't like to eat meat or any dairy products. Then they can do this recipe. Now we're going to show you what we're adding up to the already rolled cabbage leaves. So we have some hot water, tomato paste, some cumin, and some salt. And now we're adding the salt. Once the tomato paste is dissolved into the water and the salt and the cumin, once it's completely dissolved, then we're going to add it to the pan that we have on the stove. And here is the cabbage leaves after it was stuffed. If you like it to be a little spicy, you can add some peppers. Now, after we added the oil, now we're gonna add the water. It's some warm water with salt, pepper, some salt, cumin, and some tomato sauce. Just up to cover all the cabbage leaves. Here is the final look to the stuffed cabbage leaves. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and share, and we'll see you next video. Bye.